賢者にこれが俺の名だ。おりゃとっとくとっとくなとっとくなとっとくなとっとくなおりゃ
縛られるはじけたいの気持ち
返してみた命を無駄にする。
Welcome to City 17. Instinct would inflict a fatal injury on our species.
Must be a mistake. Standard rock.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and shine. Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on the job. No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste until... Well, let's just say your hour has come here. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
End of the line.
Welcome. Welcome to City 17. You have chosen, or been chosen, to relocate to one of our finest Canadian urban centers. I thought so much of the City 17 that I elected to establish my administration here in the citadel so thoughtfully provided by our benefactors. I've been proud to call City 17
This
my
stuff,
home.
it's all I have left.
So, whether you are here to stay,
All right, I'm moving. Jeez.
passing through on your
you
way
the
to
only ones on that train?
welcome to City 17. It's safer here.
Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here.
Welcome.
It's always departing, but they never arrive. It's a door. See, they're always full. Never gets on, but they're always departing, but they never arrive.
Establish my administration in the citadel so thoughtfully provided by our benefactors. I've been proud to call City 17 my home. And so, whether you are here to stay, passing through on your way towards home, welcome to City 17. It's safer here.
must be a mistake. I got a standard relocation who work just like everybody else.
Just sort of assume there's some way for them to get out. I would have been hitting quick load right about now. Cheers.
Greetings, brother. And so we meet at last. You are to be commended for avoiding my traps. The work of a man who once had too much time on his hands and now finds time for nothing but the work of salvation. I suspect you have little wish to remain in Ravenholm, so I will show you to the mines. Follow me, brother, and tread lightly, for this is hallowed ground.
Father Gregori is a rather odd fellow who has a thing for zombies. And in Half-Life 2, there are a bunch of different zombies that have started to appear.
Give you time to explore it without pressure all the time. So we do the same thing in Half-Life 2, so you can get acquainted with the world you're in.
Was that you knocking? I didn't even know we still had a door. Oh, I thought you were a cop. This is how it always starts. First the building, then the whole block. They have no reason to come to our place. Don't worry, they'll find one.
I can't take it anymore.
It's gonna be okay.
What are we going to do?
We'll think of something.
Attention residents. Miscount detected in your block. Cooperation with the civil protection team. Constable ration reward.
Hey, you! In here!
Here's what you let down. Eli, look who I found in the airline.
Gordon Freeman. Let me get a look at you, man. My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it? Now, let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the lab, anyway. It's not Black Mesa, but it served us well enough.
It's going to be a lot more like Black Mesa with Gordon here now.
Right you are. MIT graduates are few and far between these days. We'll get you out of that hazard suit and back into your lab coat where you belong.
Well, let me just finish up some work and I'll see what I can dig up. Dr. Freeman, it's been a real honor. I'm looking forward to working together.
So this is Ravenholm. This is one of the towns you'll go through. It's a different genre. It's like a horror genre you find yourself in the middle of. And when you go through it, you're going to have to use everything that you encounter in the world to get through alive. See where this is going.
That's all for now. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference
First, we started you off just after the very beginning of the game, and you're on a train ride on your way into City 17. And what we were trying to do was sort of be a little bit reminiscent of the first game by starting you off on the train ride and sort of using that same venue or delivery mechanism for introducing the player into the context and the story and sort of what's beginning the process of filling the player in on what's happened since the days at Black Mesa and what's going to be in store for the player here in City 17 and the areas that surround City 17. Dr. Breen is the guy who appears on screen when you arrive at City 17, and he's sort of was alluded to in the first game as the administrator. And so, again, we're sort of revealing a little bit more as to what's behind sort of the human faction that is battling with the alien faction. And obviously, Breen plays a role in that. Then later on, we moved you about halfway through the game to a point where the buggy that was shown last year during E3 is featured throughout a series of levels in one of the chapters of the game, and sort of introduced or gave you a chance to really sort of dig into some of the physics in the gameplay with the things like the roller mines and using the gravity gun to pick up the barrels and drop them on the Combine soldiers' heads and those types of things. And the gravity gun specifically was something that was designed to expose the physics to the player. Well, I think at the beginning of the game, both those who played Half-Life 1 as well as those who are new to the game are going to start off a little bit disoriented because you're not really sure what's happened since Black Mesa or really even how long it's been. And obviously there's a little bit of this oppressive sort of mood going on where your fellow scientists and the people that are just civilians are a little bit sort of, being kept down by the man, so to speak. And so you're sort of moving through that and trying to figure out exactly how these pieces fit into place. And then immediately after that, these Combine soldiers, who seem very human, are sort of seen interacting with some sort of non-human characters such as the Strider and the Scanners. So you're sort of a little bit disoriented as to, okay, how did these guys hook up with these aliens and what's going on here? And that's sort of intentionally done to allow folks to sort of, come into this bit of the story independent of whether or not they played the first game. Right now, we just passed a few weeks ago the alpha milestone for the game, and we're now able to play the game from beginning to end, and we're bringing in play testers as well as playing through it a lot ourselves, and really we're at the iterative stage where we're just being able to go back and polish and fine-tune the things and turn up the volume on the things that are working and that the play testers are responding to, and turn down the volume on things where maybe it's a little too hard or we got too much of a stretch of exploration and those types of things, and going back and doing final art passes. Last year at E3, we spent a fair amount of time during the demo demonstrating the Source engine and sort of showing off the features of the rendering, the physics, and the character technology and how we came up with those and why we thought those were important. This year, we're really going to concentrate on taking the players deeper into the action of the game and showing them more of the worlds and telling a little bit more of the story, although we're really going to try and keep a lid on the story so that it's fresh and that the player is experiencing that and discovering that for themselves when they get their hands on the game for themselves. Right now, we're targeting the summer for completion. We feel really good about that date. Valve is pretty good at doing, good storytelling and providing, good support for mod guys and delivering some good games. One of the things we're not so great at necessarily is predicting our dates. Last year with the September 30th date, we were a little too aggressive. And before that date came upon us, we sort of said, okay, we're going to be late. And then immediately after that, the unthinkable happened, and our source code was stolen. So that was a huge morale hit for the team, and it really affected our schedule as well in a way that we just weren't able to assess. That had never happened to us before. It had never happened to our friends before. So we had to go through that and figure out what it was going to mean to us and to our schedule before we can communicate that to anybody else. Well, we're definitely going to ship multiplayer modes in Half-Life 2 when the game comes out, and we're going to support the ability for the mod authors to build, multiplayer mods. The specific multiplayer modes, however, are something that we're going to save for announcement just prior to when the game comes out. Well, we've already worked with Softimage to release XSI, which is the modeling tool that we're using. We're getting ready to release the Face Poser tool, which is what we use to create the facial animations that you see in Alex and the G-Man and what have you. So that'll be released here in the coming weeks. As we get closer to release of the game, we'll start releasing more of the code. And just as we did in the last go-round with Half-Life 1, we'll continue to update the SDK post-ship with new technologies that we release, as well as other things that are a little bit easier for us to release after the game goes out. As far as competitive landscape goes, we're really of the mind that, if we're being put up there as competing with Doom 3 or some of the other games, our outlook on that is Doom 3 better be good. Because if Doom 3 isn't any good and people decide to play that game first, they're going to be less likely to go out and buy another FPS. They're probably going to go try an RTS or an RPG instead. So we really sort of have this inverse philosophy that if we're being compared to somebody or in a competition with somebody, we're sort of like saying, don't let us down, because we're trying to grow this market together. I don't think that the FPS market or the games market in general is at a point where we can say it's either or. I think gamers want good experiences, and if they get a good Doom, they're going to want to play Half-Life, and if they get a good Half-Life, they're going to want to play Doom. And we saw that with Duke 3D and Quake 1 back in the day in '96. I can remember when those two came out, and they came out almost on top of each other, and I very much think they contributed to each other's success because they were both great games. My hope is that, that they see that we've been hard at work trying to complete the game, and that they get a sense for the game being near completion and that they still want to play it. The wait is almost over, I promise you.
The handful of Marines who survived the Covenant assault called this place Hell on Earth. We call it Zanzibar. Now, the story might have been different if we had more of these on the ground. Spartan cybernetic soldiers equipped with Mjolnir Mark 6 battle armor. Each suit is highly customizable, from color schemes to emblems. Spartans are free to prep their armor as they see fit. But like I said, when the Covenant hit, they hit hard. Low-level infantry backed up by plenty of these. Elites, the iron heart of the Covenant military. A single elite can decimate a squad of Marines. It remains to be seen how an equal number of Spartans will fare. So, since we're actually going to be playing Zanzibar at the show, I thought I'd give you a brief tutorial about the latest battlefield tactics and technology. This is an actual network game. I'm a Spartan, and Max, our multiplayer lead, is an elite. Hey, say hi, Max. Some things just go across cultures. Max is carrying our most brutal close-range weapon, the Covenant Energy Sword. If you see an opponent with one of these, you'd better take him down quick. And one of the best ways to do that is dual wielding. Just walk over a weapon you want to dual wield and press Y. The right trigger fires my needler, my SMG, and the left fires my needler, which actually in Halo 2 is worth picking up. Bam! I'll just save this for later. We've reworked all our vehicles in Halo 2. Like this Ghost, for example. It's all pimped out with the ground effects. But hey, the coolest feature is under the hood. And that's called boosting. Just hold down the left trigger. It quickly doubles your speed, and it's a great way to get out of a bad situation or just mow down an enemy. But be careful. If you let an enemy get too close, oh, take it. To board a vehicle, just approach a stopped or slowly moving one. From the back or front, press X. This is so fun, we do this all day. Here, Max, I'll make it easy for you. Ow. All the vehicles in Halo 2 are destructible. So watch as I go to work with the battle rifle, which, so you know, unzoomed fires 3-shot bursts, and zoomed it fires single shots. Now you gotta watch out for the secondary explosion. Max is a professional. Oh, sorry about that, Max. The Warthog has gotten an upgrade too, and it's also destructible. Hubcap. And this Warthog has a rocket launcher. With unlimited ammo, of course. So let's even the odds. Just pick this up. In Halo 2, vehicle damage isn't just cosmetic. The more messed up your vehicle is, the harder it is to drive. Yeah, I hear ya. Our infantry rocket launcher has a deadly new feature. It's called target tracking. Just zoom in, paint the target with your reticle. Whoa. And let one fly. I think I killed Max, so we're gonna try that again. Come on, Warthog. Here, Max, how about this one? Again, we do this all day. All right, target tracking, here we go. Zoom in, get a good lock. Give me your best shot. All right, now bring it, you alien bastard. Woo! And wouldn't you know it, I'm out of rockets for the most important thing. I promised Robbie we wouldn't just blow up Warthogs, but take it! There we go. You like that? But be careful. People usually get pretty pissed when you bust up their ride. Luckily, I've got the ultimate anti-son-of-a-bitch stick right here. So melee attack by pressing B, or line up your target for a powerful lunge attack.
Killing spree.
Wow, a really powerful lunge attack. The game we'll be playing at the show is single flag CTF. Spartans, this is a hard insertion, tactical drop. Go up and over the seawall or jump in a vehicle and head through the gap. Elites, you have the strong point. It's primitive, human, but defend it at all costs. This power substation has lots of entrances, and some of them are more defensible than others. Elites, if you let the Spartans into your base and they open the main gate, there'll be nothing from stopping them from driving their vehicles directly into your base. If the Spartans manage to capture your flag, stop them any way you can. but keep your eyes peeled. Like our vehicles, Zanzibar has weak points. A good midfield defense is key. Elites, snipe the Spartans on their way in, but watch out for counter-sniping. Every great battlefield has history, secrets, and Zanzibar is no exception.
trained from birth. An emperor who became a tyrant. An exile who led a revolution. On a quest for vengeance. action role-playing game of mythical proportions. Jade Empire.
Legendary fist. Long sword. Focus. Legendary fist. Focus.
These outlaws lack resolve. Look how easily they gave up their lives. Such a waste. You have even recovered Minister Sheng's weapon. Is it as impressive as he claimed it to be? While the Minister may not share your dedication to the safety of the roads, but he will appreciate the outcome regardless. He will arrive soon with reinforcements. I'm not sure why. These bandits pose no real threat.
Demon form. Double axes. Dire flame. Double axes.
By order of the Grand Council of Haven City, for heinous acts and crimes against the people, you are hereby banished to the wasteland for life.
Over here! Jump!
That was one hell of an attack wave. We can't continue to repel such large assaults forever. That floating war factory has got to be shut down. The problem is, the factory is shielded and has gate codes on every access point. Most old KG door ciphers were kept hidden in the main system at the power room. If you can break into the system, you may be able to unlock the war factory doors to get inside.
Onan says the eco-grid in the power room could help you.
You mean this shithole?
That's where they all hang out. Our information tells us that there's 14 of them.
And they're all fun.
Keep one alive so we can ask the boss.
More than 14. Those bastards are breeding.
Ask what the boss is. Lord smile.
And the devil have mercy.
Put your arms down.
Good night, child. A new generation of children bring order to this age. Kids scream. You always seem to win. Because you're a bad player. Our interest is not the world will keep getting smaller. There's always time for fun.
There are people who have been dying to see you. Now, close your eyes.
Killer 7.
Run!
Hut!
They're charging! Frank!
You're good as new!
Let's go!
Here's one! Hey, Jimmy!
Yeah!
trouble. See if you can help him out.
これがアメリカ政府によるものではないという証拠がいるのです。失敗すれば再び世界大戦が始まります。
俺たちは伝えなければならない。俺たちの愚かで切ない歴史を。それらを伝えるためにデジタルという魔法がある。未来を作ることと過去を語り伝えることは同じなんだ。こちらスレイク。待たせたな。今回のミッションはスニーキングミッションだ。それが隠密部隊コックスの特殊任務。ホワイトハウスにある人物から連絡が。フルシチョフからジョンソン大統領へのホットライン。スネーク、どうやらそこはキューバよりもホットらしい。これが記録に残る世界初のヘイロー効果になる。気になっている。ソ連のある科学者が西側への亡命をし、なぜ亡命を？自分の設計開発したものが恐ろしくなったらしい。で、その兵器とは特殊な核兵器の一種らしい。君の任務はソ連国内の産地ゼルノヤルスクに直線にソコロフの安全を確保、西側へ奪還する。 かスネーク。君が失敗すればそれは全面核戦争の始まりを意味する。分かった。それではスネークイーター作戦を開始する。
動くな。貴様、スペツナズの山猫部隊。ソコロフは渡さん。さっさと立ち去れ。
山猫は獲物を逃す。
なんだと。
グルーのためとはいえ、同志を撃つのは気持ちがいいものではないな。
戦行動が可能な核搭載戦車。
あれが完成しその手に入れこの冷戦は終わる。そして始まるだろう本当の恐怖の時代が。
世界大戦か。
画期的な移動核ミサイルシステム。この技術は歩兵と兵器をつなぐ歯車になる。まさに金属の歯車。
メタルギア。
どんな命令にも従う。それが軍人よ。
正直疲れた。科学者はいつも利用される。
やっと会えましたね、伝説のボス。
これは戦争だ。冷戦という名の情報合戦だ。
私は任務のためなら人を好きになれる。あなたのこと。
何を見た。何を知れば本音を考える。
宇宙を見た。
アメリカで生まれ育ったな。
人も国も環境で変わる。時代で変わる。
どうして亡命を。
私は亡命を考えたことなど一度もない。この国が好きだ。この土地を愛してほしい。
ようこそ我が国我が本体。
専門家によると、世界最古のスパイは聖書に出てきたヘビらしいわ。いい？兵士はいつも同じ側とは限らない。戦闘相手は政治によって決まる。軍人は政治の道具に過ぎない。
俺は成果を上げるために持てる力を使う。政治的なものは意識しない。
東洋では忠を尽くすという言葉がある。
主君への愛国心。
国への献身。
俺も大統領や軍のトップに従う。そのために死ねる覚悟だ。
任務は人が下しているものじゃない。
では誰が。
時代よ。時の流れは人の価値観を変える。国の指導者も変わる。だから絶対的なんてものはない。私たちは時代の中で絶えず変化する相対的と戦っている。昨日の正義は今日の悪かもしれない。忠を尽くしている限り私たちに信じていいものはない。たとえそれが愛した相手でも。ただ一つ絶対に信じられるのは任務だけよ。こっちに来て分かったことがある。今まで伝えられてきたことの半分は根も葉もない嘘で、残りの半分は利用するために作られた嘘。
そもそもお前はオートマティックに向いていない。リコイルの衝撃を肘を曲げて吸収する癖が。どちらかというとリボルバー向きだ。
クソ練りかじめ。
早打ちは見事だった。いいセンスだ。
センス。
クワバラクワバラクワバラクワバラ。
in Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, what you have been seeing, if you had a chance to look at the E3 build demo, Samus has been called to this planet called Aether to rescue Galactic Federation trooper squad that's been stranded. So she's under the pretense that she has this one contract, go in, get these guys, and come back out. But as in all interesting story modes, when she gets there, it's very different. Things are not what they seem, and it's not as simple as just finding these guys. Samus finds herself in the middle of this struggle that's been going on this planet for many, many years. And what ends up happening is that there was this very large planet-wide trauma that happened to this planet that actually split the planet into two. There is now a dark and a light version of this planet that is, they're both struggling for to be able to be actually the prominent planet and to exist. They're struggling for existence. So Samus finds herself in the middle of this struggle between light and dark and good and evil, which pretty much everything around the game revolves around those two aspects, a duality of dark and light. And what you notice in the E3 build is that Samus is right away fighting space pirates, who are longtime rivals. But the space pirates actually aren't the main enemies of this game. Because when the planet was separated into two, a dark and a light Aether, in dark Aether, a new type of evil was created called the Ing. As well as in the light world, there is a very passive race called the Luminoth, who actually are under duress and ask Samus for help. Because the Luminoth and the Ing have been at war for many, many years. And one of the first things that's evident is the changes we made to the weapon system. Throughout the game, Samus is actually receiving weapons and technology from the Luminoth, who inhabit the light world. So Samus is actually able to use the technology that the Luminoth have been using in the war against the Ing, which include items that are powerful or become more powerful when they get to the dark world. And in the E3 build, we showed you two of those weapons, the light beam and the dark beam. So what we were trying to involve about having two planets and a duality there, and we wanted to put that into all the game systems that we have for Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, and the dark and light beam is a very good example of that. So on a simple level, the light beam weapon is very effective against creatures of the dark world. Conversely, the dark beam is very effective against creatures of the light. So, for example, you see now that the charge beam is actually a buckshot or a shotgun sort of approach to it. And the charge beam of the dark beam, the charge front of the dark beam, is actually a blob-like liquid that will hone in on creatures and entangle them, which means essentially freeze them. What you'll also notice if you play the demo and what you're seeing right now is that the beams actually take ammunition, which is very different from the Metroid franchise and something we're trying to have as an interesting way of and reasons for the players to switch weapons. So you'll see here is that these are the Ing, an example of the main enemy of the dark world. And if conventional weaponry is used, it's a lot harder to take them out, but if you use the light beam, they're relatively easy to take out because they're very susceptible to light. So the idea is that the light and the dark beam is, and switching between the different beams transcends into many different types of gameplay, not only in combating enemies. The duality takes the form of turning things on and off. The light beam turns things on, the dark beam turns things off. The light beam makes things grow, the dark beam makes things shrivel up. So we wanted to really imbue the whole game with reasons to switch back and forth between the weapons, not just for the reasons of that they're good against certain enemies, but they're essential for solving puzzles. So another large duality that we're just looking at right now are the two worlds. The dark world that the player can only enter and exit from between portals between the two worlds is a mirror opposite of the light world. And it's such a horrible place that you'll actually even take damage just by standing in the dark. So in the E3 demo, we showed a brief example of going in and out of the dark world and just how, in a simple fashion, it's going to affect you. So just to put in a little context of where the E3 demo is that the pirates are in this area. They're kind of abandoned on this planet. They can't get off, and they've been mining Phazon material, which was first introduced in Metroid Prime 1. So they've actually been, since Phazon mysteriously, for some reason, which you'll find out, Phazon is only in the Dark World. Space pirates, being a very brutal race, have figured out how to open portals to the Dark World and sending their own pirates through to get Phazon, but not all of them make it back alive because they can't get back. So that's kind of some of the context of the E3 build. So we have many plans like, many other plans like very, very intensive morphball puzzles and and traversal. As you see here, we're also including things like you've seen in the demo footage of bringing the screw attack into 3D, as well as introducing many new features, including 2 new visors. What we're going to be seeing right now is a character that we're introducing in Metroid Prime 2 called Dark Samus. Now, Dark Samus is sort of a mystery because you're seeing Dark Samus like Samus is seeing Dark Samus. Samus has no idea what's going on. And although Dark Samus isn't the main enemy of the game, she does encompass an interesting side story, and again expands on the duality that we are shooting for in the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes game. So the Dark Samus was very challenging for us simply because in Metroid Prime 1 we spent a lot of time working on bosses that were 5 stories high. So we had to come up with a way and a design for Dark Samus to make her just as interesting as a 5-story high boss, even though she's just as big as Samus is. So again, this is just an example of some of the things we're trying differently in this game. But the other things that we're trying are making the environments larger. We have environments that have larger polygon counts and larger traversal areas for players to explore. We're using a lot of different graphical techniques, a lot of indirect texturing, especially in the Dark World. And there's been an extensive amount of time put into cinematics in the game because we're really trying to infuse Metroid Prime 2 with more of a cohesive story that explains what's going on to Samus.
A sinister force hides in the shadows, using the trust and loyalty of an ally to take it all. Through deception. Fight!
My name is Ed Boone. We're talking about Mortal Kombat Deception, which is going to make its debut at E3. Tonight, there's glimpses of everybody. Obviously Scorpion, Sub-Zero, because it's Mortal Kombat. There's a new character called Ashra, and the return of a lot of kind of the classic ones from MK2 and 3, Baraka, Nightwolf, Sindel, and a couple other new ones. The main grid of characters that you choose from is going to be 24, but there's going to be more than that in the game. You know, we really wanted to have a lot of stuff that's hidden in the game that's not even apparent on the main select screen. These modes start out with a smaller number of characters and then they grow to the full size as you unlock things in Conquest mode and the Crypt and all that. We really want to kind of tease players with what else is buried inside the game. After listening to all of the comments from players and things that we had always wanted to add into the fighting mix, we made an effort to separate the fighting styles even more, make them more distinct from each other. Also making the combo system, while it's still elaborate, it plays less of a role because you can actually break out of combos and there's more of a strategy involved with that. The juggling combos are a lot more wild because you have reason to throw people into certain obstacles and walls and stuff. There are a lot more moves that throw the player behind you, blast them back in front of you, blast them to the left and right, and you're going to need those moves if you want to really do serious damage in terms of like knocking somebody over a cliff or something like that. There's a lot more expansive of a juggling combo system that gives you kind of control of where you want to position yourself and position your opponent with respect to the background. You can pick up weapons that are scattered about the background as well, and those weapons actually do a lot more damage than the weapon that you would find in somebody's fighting styles. You really want to be the first one to pick up that weapon because that really kind of tips the scales in your favor when you pick it up. And you know, every weapon, like the other fighting style, has its own set of moves that you inherit when you pick it up. You can get rid of the weapon by just changing styles again, but once you have it, you really probably want to hang on to it. It's really a big advantage. E3, you're going to be seeing a little of everything. You're going to be seeing probably about 10 characters playable in the fighting game, as well as the chess game. And for the puzzle game, you'll probably see between 6 and 8 characters functioning, about 4 of the backgrounds with their fatalities, and you know, each character has a super move, and there's a fatality in each background as well. And the board game will be pretty much almost completely functional. That's actually really moved along great, and you'll probably get a peek at the first realm of the conquest mode, and a little snippet of the second one as well. You can expect to see Mortal Kombat available in the fall of 2004.
this last time. Knowing you would be important. The way you walk. The way you look back over your shoulder at me. Put your bag down against the wall. And begin watching me. As I walk down the street toward the station. And then the long ride home. God, it was long. Because I was so very much alone. They asked the time when I didn't even know what day it was. Sometimes I think I will never ride a train again.
Your luck is extraordinary, sir. But do you lose as gracefully as you win?
I would not know, Maximilian. I never lose.
There is a first time for everything. Agent Crank! You missed! So much for the famous secret agent.